Hey there friends, it's Chad from Colorado Giants. Today we're going to be talking about mid-season maintenance. Perhaps the most important time when growing a giant pumpkin. So stay tuned. I was talking about my videos today with Emily. Cut that part. Thanks for sticking around. If you haven't done so, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, all that good jazz, and comment below if you have any questions. I was just doing some maintenance-y type things in the greenhouse today, and my ever-intelligent wife said, you need to do videos that have more information, not just me rambling on. I'm like, it's a great idea because I do love me to ramble. So as such, we're going to talk about what you need to do in your mid-season stride. What do you do to your pumpkin, with your plants, with your growing area? Once you have the pumpkin set, once it's doing 10, 20, 50 pounds a day, what do you need to do? Great question. The answer to that really is just focus on the little things. I think is one of the most critical things that you need to do, because now is when all of the work that you've done previously is kind of paying off. So you have to put the work in on the front end. You have to get your soil test done. You have to add amendments. You have to bury your vines or not. You have to do all that front end work for the back end gratification. So it's very easy to kind of get lazy and a little complacent. I've done that. Shoot, I still not so much this year, but typically, I am very, very guilty of kind of kicking back into cruise control mode and not doing a whole lot once the pumpkins are kind of taken off. I'm going to flip you around because honestly, my arm's getting tired holding the phone out so you can see me. So I'm going to flip you around. So what do you need to do on average to keep your pumpkin growing, to get it to that really big size? It's funny, it's windy, so like the camera's not shaking, it's just the greenhouse rocking and rolling. You need to stay up with the little things. You know, if you believe in like crawling into the plant to weed, you should crawl inside the plant to weed. I tend to think that there's probably more harm done than just letting the weeds go, so I don't crawl into there. But I think the most important things are keeping up with your programs. So keeping up with your fertilizer program. Make sure that every day you're doing your watering, you're doing your additives to your water, because now is the time again that pumpkin is sucking up all of the nutrients that you're putting down in your patch. So keep on it. You know, don't let your foot off the gas pedal, put your foot on the gas pedal. You either, like Don Barron tells me, you're going to grow them or you're going to blow them. You don't want to grow a medium-sized pumpkin, you want to grow a giant pumpkin, so you treat them as such. So what you want to do to keep your pumpkin growing after, or in addition to feeding it, is keeping the plant healthy. So sticking to your disease prevention program. Water in your weekly, daily, whatever you choose to do of your fungicides. Stay on top of your pesticides. That's super important for greenhouse growers. Once you get a few aphids in here, you have a crap ton of aphids. Once you have a few spider mites, you have droves of spider mites. So stop problems before they have. That should be the main takeaway from this video, is stop the problems before they turn into problems or major problems, because once you have a big problem, it's harder to get control of it. But if you just prevent it from being a problem in the first place, then you're going to be in a much better position. Another thing that you should do is just keep your area nice. I am so guilty of just whacking off tertiary vines, throwing them, letting the weeds get out of control, and it really inhibits just the desire, I think, to keep your plants and your pumpkins nice. That's what I did today. If you'll watch the update video today, I've spent almost 10 hours in here just cleaning. I got all of my vines squared away. I weeded in all of my walkways. I got this set up for the next thing we're going to talk about. And I just did all of the not so fun things so that if I do it now in July, mid-July, this is probably the last time that I'm going to have to do any amount of weeding or vine management and kind of pickup for the rest of the year. I went through, I got my walking boards clean so I can walk down without, like, I have shorts on. And as you know, with these things, they're kind of pokey. So if your walking path is blocked by large pokey leaves, you're like, I don't feel like walking down there anymore because I'm going to get my legs scratched up. So maybe I'm not going to go check on those pumpkins. But if you have a clear path, then it's no big deal to walk down there. So that's those. The other one, let's talk about the pumpkins themselves. So let's just assume you're on your A game and you're doing your fertilizer program, you're doing your pesticide program, you're doing your fungicide program. What you need to do every day is look at your pumpkins. And I'm going to show you right now, I'm guilty of not doing that. I didn't look at the vine on this pumpkin for a few days. And check that out. See right there where my pinky's pointing? This is way too tight right here. I need to scoot this pumpkin back so that there is no kink in that vine, because right now, I don't think I can do it. Maybe I can, laying on the pumpkin. This is just tight, super tight. So I need to scoot this pumpkin back right here to get rid of this kink. And then, I don't know if that's a mouse turd, but if that was a mouse turd right there, I need to put out some mouse traps. So now, this is not that big of a deal, this little hole. Is it ideal? No. But is it that big of a deal? No. But I need to prevent that from getting any larger. And yeah, I don't want that. So I'm going to have to go get my come along off the other pumpkin and hook that up right here and scoot this pumpkin back just a couple, maybe 3-4 inches to relieve that stress on the vine. I'm not going to show you that because I have videos that I've done that in the past, but I will show you this one real fast. So here is what you got to do. You drive your T-post into the ground and you get yourself a come along, and all you do is literally, like, I just got done doing this one, so I'm not going to crank it back, is you literally pull the pumpkin back. If you're using the weed fabric, put some 2x4s on there and you'll do the top sheet back. If you don't, get some straps and move the pumpkin back. Just hug it. So this one had a little bit of tension right there. That's okay. This vine was wrapped on here, so I moved this pumpkin a full kind of hand's width back, and then I took out a big kind of Z kink right here, and I took off a lot of tension right there, and I took off the tension that was on this junction right here. Because this just looks a little suspect, I'm going to put some alcohol on there, and I'm probably going to get just a little fan to blow on that to keep it from getting yucky. And then you want to check your blossom every day as well. So it's nothing hard, it's nothing super time consuming, but at this stage of the game, it's all about the pumpkins. And again, you want to get ahead of problems before they become big problems that are unsurmountable. So really, that's about it. Stay on top of your watering, your feeding, your fungicides, your pesticides, and just general pumpkin maintenance. Keep those main vines slacked. And that's all I got for you. If you have any questions, comment below. I hope your grows are going well. These ones are all growing quite well. So hopefully yours are too. We'll catch you in the next one. See ya.